He has a different bitch's name in his bio, different initial. Hi everyone, and welcome back to this channel of mine. So today's little story time was supposed to be completely different, but while getting ready, putting something cute for y'all, I was like, let's go ahead and do another one, a spur of the moment story time. So we're actually gonna go, if you guys have seen my last videos, we're actually gonna continue this whole ex-boyfriend, ex's story time little vibe we got going on. We're gonna go ahead and continue it because I feel like with all the exes right now, it's been a couple of years, so I'm like, okay, they've all moved on, they all have like different things going on in their lives. Now it's time to spill the tea. Better late than never. Never late is better late than never, but so never anyways, late is better. If you guys don't know who I am, hi, my name is Lina, and I am your Instagram model, just with a little difference. This is my YouTube channel for you guys to get to know me, my personality, story times, and just model videos. And I will go ahead and give tips and tricks coming up for your quarantine and chill. So let's jump into this video. Okay, so like always, I won't say who this ex was, but if you've been following me on some videos, so I'm not gonna say who it was, but if y'all know, y'all know. So let's jump into the story time. So this ex was a couple of years back, that's all I'm gonna say. And I do have a video on him somewhere in my story times and a little gist of it. So at this point in time, I'm already dating someone new. He is maybe, I think, a year dating someone else, and the way we broke up was just so dumb, y'all. Like, your girl was working at the time 10 to 12-hour shifts.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad. You keep digging.
Well, excuse me.
Okay, my job was crazy, but I was taking that shmoney, honey.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream.
And if you know about those hours, then you know they're freaking tiring. You're just exhausted. You just need your sleep. So your girl was working, I think at the time it was 6 days a week, 10 to 12-hour shifts. Sometimes Fridays were mandatory, so then I would be working 7 days a week. So put it like that, y'all. Your girl was always working. However, I did always try to leave time to text this person. I used to have an hour, to call them in between, going to sleep and going to work. I did have an hour that I would wake up early just to call them. I always just try to be there for them and all of that. So this person never felt neglected. However, y'all, one day I find that I am blocked from his social media, and I'm like, bruh, you just had my initials, you just had my first name and my last name initials with a heart and everything. All of a sudden, I'm blocked from every social media. I am blocked from the text. God, I'm getting old. I am blocked from texting him, calling him. I am blocked from Snapchat. I am blocked from Instagram, just everything. And I'm like, what the heck? So then, I use my sister's account to be like, hey girl, like, what's up with my mans? I look, and y'all, he has a different bitch's name in his bio, different initial. I'm like, A something. I'm like, what is this? Point is, y'all, this person like didn't even tell me, which is kind of like, let me just block you and there you go, figure it out. Got with this new person, and later on, through his friend and through him, when he finally told me the story, later on did I find out that that was the ex that he had dated before me. So I was like, okay. And yes, y'all, they are still together. I think they have a kid now. I don't know, life is crazy, I know. But let me tell y'all, after he did that, let's jump into the story time. Let's get into it. So that is the preface of it. You guys, remember, he left me for his ex, okay? And he later on apologized, but that's not the point. So he left me, right, for another girl. So you would think, and this is where it's so funny, exes will literally backstab you, betray you, do all this fuckboy shit, and they come back. They always come back just to fucking, I don't know, must be their fucking guilty conscience or something, But point is, y'all, so he's with Little Miss Thing, And they're dating, you know, they're doing the usual stuff that he used to do with me. And it's just, anyways, I'm like, because I knew something. Should I say it? Should I not? Okay, we're gonna say it.
You know me, I'm Queen Patty LaBelle.
So he actually even took this chick to the same arcade that I took him to. Had no clue about this arcade, has never heard about this arcade. And he took the same girl to that place. And the reason I like this arcade, if you know, you know, is because at midnight, 18 and over, boo. No kids and no teenagers. 18 and over. So you got like 2 hours, well, like 3-ish actually, 2 to 3 hours with no teenagers, no kids, no babies, no nothing. And it is heaven. Anyway, so he took his new bitch. Okay, he took a little Miss Thing there. I don't think she know, but whatever. So point is, you guys, is that I have already moved on. I already moved on with someone else. We're a couple of months in. I think we were like 7 months in. Was it 7 or 9? I don't know. 7 or 9 months in. And the way I met this guy, the ex, should I say, the way I had met my ex was because he was a photographer, y'all. I know, right? He was a photographer. Literally, we clicked like nothing, and there you go, you know, blossom into a relationship, and there you go. So point is, y'all, fast forward. I'm gonna try to say this without confusing y'all. This dude comes back. Now, I did not know it was him. He started a new Instagram because obviously he had blocked me from the old one, and he had Little Miss Thing on there. So, you know, he's not gonna do his little, you know, fuckboy shit while Little Miss Thing can catch him. So he does this new Instagram, has a whole different photography name. It's like a reestablished like photography Instagram. And he goes by a different name. I didn't catch it because, I mean, who thinks that their ex is going to create a new Instagram and then add you, you know, and claim to be like this new photographer. But point is, y'all, he adds me and we don't talk for a cool minute. I see that his work, and this is the thing, y'all, because I know you guys are probably like, wait, how would you not catch his work? Every photographer has a style of work. That is so true. Every photographer has a specific style. Now, this dude, his style was so different from how he shot. Like, back in the day, it was like a little bit grainy, it was a little bit blurry, and then now, like, the colors are good. You know, it's really crisp, so I'm thinking it's a whole new photographer. Now, he kept following me. You know, I didn't think anything of it. He never spoke to me at first. He would just like my pictures, and that was it. Now, one day, I believe he said happy birthday. I believe it was like my birthday, and that's exactly how it started the first time. You know, he said happy birthday, hey, you want to shoot, blah blah blah. I know, but anyways, you guys, so he said happy birthday. Now, the one thing about this guy, every guy has their little saying. Now, this guy would always be like, oh, love this and love that, oh my love, like that, right? So he says happy birthday, love. And I'm like, weird, because guys my age do not call girls love. They'll be like baby, bae, mamacita. I don't fucking know, mamacita, but they don't say love. And that was the one thing that I really liked about him. I'll give him that. Now, he said happy birthday, love. At first I was like, could it not? I'm like, nah, like, you're paranoid, Lina, you're paranoid. Now, what I did, because I kept seeing his pictures and they were coming out good, like he was shooting bangers. He was coming out with like videos of the models, and he was coming out with some nice ass concepts, and I was like, okay, your girl wants to get into that, you know, she want to join in on the fun. So I'm like, hey, like, when would you like to shoot? I love your work, blah blah blah. And this person responded and was like, yeah, girl, like, let's this and that. Now let's go get a coffee before we shoot. I don't know if you like coffee, but let's go get a coffee. Now, this is where it is so funny, you guys. People do not cover their tracks, or maybe they just don't care to. But that's another big thing about us. When we first shot, you know, in the beginning when we met, he was like, oh, let's stop at Starbucks. I don't know if you like coffee, but I'm a coffee addict. Let's go stop at Starbucks. And if y'all don't know, your girl loves her some Starbucks. Every person that dates me, I get them into drinks. Even my last ex, I got him into Starbucks. I got him into like, what is it? The caramel macchiato upside down. I got him into all the Starbucks drinks, and that person didn't even care for coffee. Let's put it like that. So every guy that dates me, you have to, you know, like coffee, or at least Starbucks or something. So this guy was like, oh, let's go get coffee. I'm like, okay, you like coffee? You call me love, okay? Now, the only thing that was different was the style photography, and this person didn't have pictures of himself. I should mention that, y'all. Photographers rarely have pictures of themselves on their photography Instagram. What they usually have is like a private Instagram, or like, one that does show their face or shows like their life. Like they usually have two. They have the photography and they have their own. So this guy, even on his own page, didn't have his face on there. He does not like showing his face. I don't know why. He's not funky looking, you know, but he just doesn't like showing his face. So there was no face picture. He liked coffee and he called me love. So I'm like, okay, I need to figure this out. So I'm not giving any red flags. I'm like, okay, whatever, like it's a new photographer. So me being the little investigator that I am, I'm like, okay, I need to find something to like kind of see if my suspicions are right. I gotta find something, you know, to kind of like let me know that I wasn't tripping. Because for sure, y'all, I already had a feeling, and your gut feeling does not lie, at least for me. Like half of the time that I'm like, like I'm confused, I'm like, is it not? Like I'm trying to see, my gut feeling already knows for me. So same thing, y'all. I had this feeling, I was like, nah, I bet you anything this is him. But I'm like, nah, but he's with Lil Miss Thing, so why would it be hitting up your girl, you know? So I'm looking, I'm trying to find something. And you guys, this is how I caught this fool. This is how I caught him, y'all. Because of course I caught him. Of course I did. Come on. So this guy, without thinking, he, I guess, went to some photo meet, something like that. Someone took a picture of his car, like him leaning on the car. And I think he had like a mask, or he was turned around or something where like you could just see a silhouette. And I know that car, y'all. Like we used that car in the first photo shoot when we met. We used his car as like a prop. So of course, y'all, I know his car. So I couldn't see his face, but obviously I know the freaking silhouette of the person. And the person that took that picture tagged his real Instagram and that second fake Instagram. And I was like, caught you, boo. Caught you.
Gotcha, bitch.
I knew it was you. I freaking knew it. The gut feeling does not lie, y'all. So I'm like, okay, I could either blow his cover, or I could either play dumb and see what happens, you know, because again, do I know if Lil Miss Thing knew that he was with me? I don't know to this day, y'all. But when your ex has another girl's initials and then you get back with him, I mean, I would think, I don't think Lil Miss Thing didn't know, but whatever, karma's a bitch and shit happens, y'all. Because I don't even think that the poor thing knows that he came back. None of my business. Now, the way it happened, I did think about it, but see, y'all, I was already dating someone else, so why am I gonna go meet up with him? Like, that's just not right. That's just not my thing. If guys want to be stupid and be little fuckboys, they can live with that karma. I'm grown. I don't need karma. I pay my debt, y'all. I have paid my karmic debt. I'm good. So I message him and I'm like, hey, like, I hit him up again with the coffee thing. Like, hey, do you want to go for a coffee? So I let him talk a little bit more, this and that. And the way he's talking is exactly how he used to text me. It's exactly the same. I don't like message him after message after message because that's a way too, like, it's too suspicious. So I'm like, in the span of like 2 to 3 days, I'm like sending little message after message. And I should mention it's on DM, obviously, Instagram DM. And I finally am like, okay, I'm gonna finally tell him, like, I know this is you. I call him by his name and I'm like, oh, yada yada, I know this is you. You know that I'm dating someone new. You know that I'm in a relationship. What gives? Like, did you think you can get away with it? Like, what's up? No, I'm not so-and-so. You must get me confused. And I said, okay, well, this is the thing though. Your tagged pictures, that's your car. I know it's you. You cannot fool me. The way you talk to me, the way you like coffee, like, I just put all the evidence out there. And he's like denying, and then in the end I send one message that I think he was like, shit, like, shit, I'm caught. I say, what were you thinking when we were gonna meet up? Did you really think that you were like, what? Like, obviously when you got out of the car, I was gonna be like, dude, come on, like, obviously, like, what was your fucking thought process? And he's like, honestly, I don't know, which of course he doesn't know, freaking fuckboy. But anyways, so he's like, I don't know, I didn't think ahead. Like,
Boy, if you don't get...
No shit, Sherlock. No fucking shit. So this folio just did his fuckery. Didn't even have a freaking game plan. Obviously, I was gonna come out and be like, what's good?
What's good?
He already knew that I'm that type of female. I'm not shy. I'm not like, oh no, like this and that. I'm not like, I don't want no controversy. If you call for me, like one of my homegirls says, boo boo, if you call for me, I'm gonna motherfucking answer, ring ring, hello type shit. Like, if you call, I'm gonna answer. I won't call for you, but if you call for me, best believe I'm gonna answer that fucking phone. Okay, shout out to the homegirl. But this dude called for me. I pick up the phone and he don't have a game plan. I'm like, dude, come on. And see, y'all, I already knew I was gonna meet up with him. I already knew, just because I'm not gonna do that to the dude I was dating at the time. And yes, the dude knew. Yes, he knew. He knew everything. I wasn't hiding nothing from him. But this freaking dude, I don't even know what to call him because he's so stupid. This freaking dude really thought he was gonna be able to meet up with me, and I was gonna be like, oh my gosh, like I missed you, let's like get closure. Like, that's the thing about me, you guys. I don't need closure to move on. I will literally think about it. I will think about it and be like, okay, you know, either he didn't love you enough, or he was trifling, or he didn't want to settle down, something, or he was still in his fuckboy shit. Cause you's a fuckboy. I will tell myself what, you know, in conclusion, what it was, what it is, and I will move on. That is how I am. I don't go looking for answers. I don't freaking go looking for closure. You move on with a new girl, that's all you, boo. But karma is a bitch. That is all. So nothing really happened. He kind of like apologized. I was like, yeah, I see you happy. I hope he treats you good, this and that, which hypocrite, but okay. And it's just so funny because the dude left to go with Lil Miss Thing, came back. I don't know what this dude was trying to do. I just thought it was freaking hilarious, because whether or not Lil Miss Thing knew, which, come on y'all, you know she knew. But it was funny because it's like, dude, you literally did that to come back because you saw that I was happy. But it's so funny. Fuckboys are like that. They see you happy, they see you moving on with someone else, and they come back for seconds because they think that you're gonna be like, oh my god, I need closure. Nah, boo. Nah, I am not the one. I am not the one. I move on. Karma will deal with your ass more than I ever could. So that is the story on how my ex tried to get back at me, tried to pretend to be another photographer. Don't know what the fuck he was trying to do, but point blank, that's what he did. Try to be a fake photographer, try to hit me back up, whatever the case was. Now, he did later apologize for like the fuckery he did, and I have that somewhere in another video, but he did apologize in the end. He was like, oh, you know, I'm sorry, that wasn't right, blah blah blah. And now he's happy with Lil Miss Thing. I'm happy with my new man. It's all good. But I just thought I would share that with you guys because it has been a story that I've held on to. And I'm like, okay, let me wait for a couple of years to pass by, some time to pass by, let, you know, the dust settle, and let me put on YouTube, because why the fuck not? So that is another ex story. That is another of my ex series that I got going on. And I think, honestly, it's just one of those things, you guys, that exes are just so freaking funny on the way they react, on the way they do shit. Literally, when someone does you wrong, they will always feel something in here. They will always feel guilty. They will always feel guilty, and they'll come back because they're like, okay, let me, you know, there's something in here that fucks with them. And that's why they come back, because they're like, oh, you know, let me see what I can do. Nah, boo, throw my way. Literally, throw my way, because you can't do that fuck shit with me, y'all. But you know what? No hard feelings. No hard feelings with this dude. He apologized in the end. At least he, like, that's the least he could do, y'all. That is the least he could fucking do, is apologize. He did. And like I said, he's doing his own thing. I'm doing my own thing. No hard feelings. This is just a story time for you guys. It's quarantine and chill, since we're towards the end, at least for me over here in California. We are towards the end. Thank God. Because but anyways, you guys, if you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to me. Go ahead and like this video down below. And if you guys want more story times on something else, if you guys want some paranormal story times, you guys want some relationship advice, some tips and tricks on modeling, go ahead and comment below. Let me know what y'all would like for the last of y'all's quarantine and chill. And I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. And let's go ahead and stay positive during the last of this little quarantine. I think I've said quarantine like 3-4 times already, but let's go ahead and stay positive. And I will see you guys on my next video. Bye, you guys.